Hey fans, it's me Aaron for a comic show. I'm back from Durham from North Carolina Comic-Con where I had a blast. John Layman was awesome. Loved hanging out with that guy and running his panel. Love his new book, Outer Darkness, which is a sci-fi horror. I said it's a dark comedy sci-fi horror, but he said, oh, it's not a comedy. I was like, yeah, it's pretty funny, bro. But anyway, that was good. James Robinson for Stargirl, the Starman writer. I love that guy. First time meeting him. Ran his panel. That was awesome. Excited about the Stargirl show. And made some connections for future signings. Fua Richardson was great. Nice hanging out with her. She's going to be doing Run with John Lewis. And I will have her down for that around June. But let's jump into this week. So I had an amazing weekend. And then I came here, and for everyone, it was a down our Monday with the death of Stan Lee. We knew it was coming. We knew. I mean, he was 95. He had ailing health issues this year where he canceled his shows and canceled signings, and good for him. He got to rest there near the end, but he wanted to work until he died. He said in plenty of interviews that this is what he loved. He loved meeting fans. He loved hanging out with other creators. He loved still being part of the industry. And he was an elder statesman. He was a legend. And I enjoyed meeting him. And my story meeting him is pretty ridiculous. It goes hand in hand with that he stayed vital up until the end. This was not last San Diego, the San Diego before that. I was on the IMDb boat, the yacht, because, you know, I get into things. I had a press pass from Bleeding Cool. And I was hanging out with the photographer for Rolling Stone magazine, but they didn't send a writer, they just sent a photographer. I don't know why, so I was just palling around him, like letting people assume I was the writer for Rolling Stone magazine. I never said I was, but I just let them assume, and I did share my notes with the photographer. So, you know, covered my bases there. So anyway, it's 11 o'clock, we're on the boat, and I'm a little tired. It's a long day at San Diego Comic-Con. I mean, that's crazy. So I'm sitting at the couch. Across from me, there's another couch. And, you know, there's minor celebrities in there, like some kids from Modern Family. Kevin Smith, who was great to meet. Love that guy. He's not minor, but still. No one likes Stan Lee. Stan Lee comes in, sits on the couch right across from me, and I'm like, do a double take. I'm like, what the shit is this? This is 93-year-old Stan Lee at 11 o'clock at night on an after-party boat on a freaking yacht. Like, he's on a boat at 93 after a full day, and I know he had a full day signing because I was in one of his signing lines that day and got stuff signed for him. Wow, I was just amazed. I talked to him briefly before his handlers came and took him somewhere else he needed to be, probably for photo ops or whatnot, interviews on the boat. But talked to him about that I owned a comic shop. He's like, oh, that's great. I love comic shops. I love comics. And I was like, yeah, I know. Thanks for Spider-Man. So anyway, that was great. That's my story of Stan Lee. It was awesome. Getting into the books, Stan Lee related, co-created by Stan Lee, the Uncanny X-Men. Uncanny X-Men #1 is out this week. This is a double-sized issue for $7.99. Double-sized, double-priced. It's huge. It's Avengers disassembled. I mean, X-Men disassembled. Avengers disassembled was Bendis way back in the day. Sorry, I had a late night. Did the live auctions last night. Had a blast. A Comic Shop on Facebook. Facebook.com/a.comic.shop. We do live auctions. It was fun, but I was up till like 1 in the morning. Anyway, the story's awesome. I'm digging what they're doing. Yes, it's disassembled, but I feel like they're going to put together like an amazing team. There's still characters that aren't here to make it solidly, you know, my X-Men, our X-Men, you know, the 1992 cartoon X-Men, if you're my age. We still need Wolverine, who is back, and we still need Cyclops to come back. But great team. I'm interested in it. If you saw issue 2, you know the Multiple Man. There's a twist with Multiple Man in here that is quite cool. And it's weekly. And I know that might be like lame, like, oh man, I gotta buy an X-Men every week. But at least for this first arc, that's cool to me because let's get this front-loaded, action-packed, first arc. Let's get into this weekly. Let's do it. Uncanny X-Men, I've been waiting for it. And if you're one of the first however many people your store got these, we got about 50. The Secrets of the Uncanny X-Men, it's a free like dossier on what's going on, interviews, sketches, get you caught up on on all that stuff. And also, Stanley related, co-created by Stanley, the Avengers reaches issue 700 today. Don't look at the little 10 up here. Yes, it's issue 10 in the, you know, relaunch stuff like Marvel started, fresh start, whatever you want to call it. They had some new number ones. Jason Aaron gets a new number one. This is issue 700 and the legacy numbering. You see the big 700 on this cover. It says 700 really small there, but this was a great issue. Lots of stuff that I'm not going to spoil, but you can have it spoiled online if you so choose. If you're on the fence about buying it, there's new teams, there's a new member, there's the stuff of the big key stuff that a commemorative issue like this should have. So it's all there. Jason Aaron's killing it. Another huge character that, to my knowledge, has never been an Avenger, is an Avenger. A big character, never been an Avenger, is becoming an Avenger this issue, much like Ghost Rider was in the first issue. And that was cool to me. So we'll see what happens. Jason Aaron can do no wrong in my book. Love the man. Cosmic Ghost Rider. Look at this cover. You have like adult Punisher, Ghost Thanos. You have Cosmic Ghost Rider, Punisher. And then you have baby Thanos. And shit hits the fan this issue. Balls out. This is the final part of this. But don't worry. Cosmic Ghost Rider and Donny Cates will be back for Guardians of the Galaxy #1 in January. And Fantastic Four #3 is finally here. It's a little late, at least it feels late to me. It's been a while. This issue delivered. You see basically everyone that's ever been a Fantastic Four member on the cover, and it was nuts. I'm really digging Slott's feel on here, and also this is one of the creations near and dear close to Stanley's heart, the ambassador of Marvel and Marvel's first family, co-created them. Get this book, try it. It's on issue 3. We have 1 and 2 in stock. It was great. Moving on, let's do DC. I have 2 things I'm gonna talk about with DC. Mr. Miracle 12, Tom King. This is insane. This is insane. I need to talk to people about it. I need people to read it. I got an advanced PDF, and it just, some things are open to interpretation. That's cool, but like, let's argue it out. What the heck? What the hell is it? I'm not going to spoil anything. I loved this book, but this ending, after the ridiculousness of the reveal with Metron revealed to scot-free Mr. Miracle in issue 11, I was like, oh, cool, that's insane. Let's get some answers with 12. And we got some answers. We got conflicting answers. So, hey, let's argue it out online. And then Wonder Woman 58, this is the start of a new story arc. It's G. Willow Wilson writing it. She created the Kamala Khan Miss Marvel, and now she is doing a arc on Wonder Woman. Steve Trevor's back. There's a arch nemesis, a huge arch enemy of Wonder Woman back that with a twist, with a crazy twist. I'm not going to spoil that, but it's crazy, and that is what this arc, at least the first story arc, is going to be all swirling around. It was nuts to me. I really liked it, and okay, I'm not going to spoil what the twist is and what the plot is, but it's Ares. It's Ares. That's not really a spoiler. She said it in plenty of interviews. Steve Trevor, Ares, Wonder Woman, those are the protagonists, antagonists, and supporting character with Steve Trevor. It's there. It's everything you wanted from the movie, right? But a cool twist. I'm telling you, it's fresh, it's original, it's G. Willow Wilson, it's a cool twist. Check it out if you're interested in Wonder Woman. And moving on, my favorite comic in forever, Captain Ginger, #1. Cats in space, like Star Trek, with cats, no feeders. The feeders are gone. It's cats, they are fighting these living laser light lumen nemesis that, you know, that's a kryptonite to cats. You know, the shiny thing, the laser pointers, whatever. It's a serious take. It's hardcore. It's violent. It's edgy. It's probably like a PG-13, but it's funny as all hell. I love it. Real cat facts. Why am I talking about this today? I still have plenty because I put them on back order because I loved it so much, and the back order filled, so I have plenty. Issue 2's out today. It's so good. I freaking love this book. I stand behind this book. I know it's a weird sell, but it's solid. It is a solidly written and drawn book. Lots of story in the first issue, front-loaded. I offered money back guarantee in the store, and no one has taken it back to get their money back. I even said, like, hey, what'd you think? And I'm like, I was really on the fence about it, but it was freaking awesome. I even made my employee Oral read it. He didn't want to read it. He thought I was full of crap, and he came back, and he's like, oh, you were right. That book was awesome. Because it's awesome. Why would I say something's great if it's not great, if it's mediocre? And I know it's weird. I know it's weird. That's why my expectations were low. I thought, this might be good for a few chuckles, and then it was brilliant. It was a brilliant comic book. It's everything that I want in a comic book that just happens to star anthropomorphized cats. And then we have Aliens 3. This is, I've seen Aliens 3. You haven't seen this. This is the original screenplay of Aliens 3 that they did not make. They didn't make it. They have the script. They're doing it now. It is William Gibson. I read it. It's much more horrific, much more body horror. If I snuck into Aliens 3 as an underage kid, and the dog alien thing creeped me out. I know that older people were like, oh, what is this? A jump the shark. It creeped me out. If I saw this movie at age 14, 15, I would have had nightmares for weeks. And then finally, we have two Whedon-esque things. We have a Dr. Horrible one-shot. That is, Dark Horse still has the rights to Dr. Horrible. We have one-shot, both covers. It's regular size, regular price, $3.99. Get it while it's hot. Pick whichever cover you want, Dr. Horrible. And then we have Firefly, where it's Greg Pak, created by Joss Whedon. It is during the main story is, at least in the first issue, is sometime during the TV series. Everyone's still alive, don't worry, there's Wash. But it has heavy flashbacks in this first issue of the war. The war, I guess, they lost, right? So we're actually seeing that, which I'm sure we would have seen in flashbacks more in the show if it got a second season. So we're getting a lot of cool stuff, a lot of building on the mythos, and 3 covers. This is the main cover, this is the B cover, and then this Jock Virgin cover is just beautiful to me. And it was an unlocked cover if you ordered enough. I ordered enough, and we're just offering it at cover price because that's how we roll. So pick which cover you want. If you were a fan of Firefly, check it out. It's cool, and I assure you, Wash is there, Shepard's there. It's cool. And that's the week that is. Try Uncanny X-Men. If you were ever interested in X-Men, it's safe to get back in the pool. And that's it. R.I.P. Stan Lee. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.